ormai dove andare in questi casi. Okay, so welcome to our new season of Creative Mornings. September is a new beginning, as all you know, so here we are. I'm Chiara Tirinzoni, who is currently leading the chapter in Milano. We are hosted by True Layers that I will introduce later. And so I'm borrowing our speaker's computer. So the theme of September is reflection. What I was thinking yesterday about this theme is that we can think about reflection as mirroring, in the sense that we are mirroring ourselves, but what we see in the mirror is not exactly what we look like to the other people, because we are mirroring. So what does it mean for our identity, for our ideas? When we mirror ourselves, so we have already a different idea of ourselves. And then the second thing I was thinking about was, I'm a bit of a neuroscience nerd, so maybe some of you have heard about mirror neurons. So we have in our brains a specific type of neurons that are deputies to mirror the action of the other people as our own. It means that we can see what other people is doing, and in our brain something happened, and we can feel as we ourselves are doing the same thing. So what does that mean for us to understand each other? So that's my reflection on reflection. The illustrations are made by Aditi Hine, and the team was chosen by our Oklahoma community. And yes, it's important to say that because we have a very big number of community right now around the world, and of course we cover a lot of countries. So today and tomorrow, many cities in the world are thinking about the same thing as we are. So what does that say about mirroring each other? I want to thank you, the team of Creative Mornings. We have Veronica here, and the other ones are like ill or in a different part of the Italy for today, but they are behind the camera every day. So thank you, and thank you to everyone who's seeing us on the streaming. And of course, thank you to you for being here. And hi, welcome. And for bringing yourself and for bringing ideas. Laura too is someone who came to our events and then brought her entire brand with her. So I want to call you on the stage. True Layer is hosting us today in this amazing place and offering us this beautiful, sweet and salty, finally, breakfast. So thank you very much for hosting us, and I want you to introduce the brand.
Sure. Hi everyone. Thanks a lot.
We are shy with the...
Yeah. Thanks a lot for coming and for being here. And thanks Maria Chiara and Creative Morning for deciding to host here, accepting my request.
If you come on this side, yes. you can stay in the
hi. So you may ask, what the heck are we here? What is True Layer? You never heard of us probably. So I'll introduce myself. I'm Laura Musso. I run design and research operations here in True Layer. What True Layer is, we are a fintech, a company based and founded in London about 8 years ago. And about 4 years ago, instead, we opened another office in Milan because our founders are both Italians. And we are in this new office, which is our Milan office, since September last year. So this is a pretty new building. And we really wanted to share our spaces with other people, specifically people in the creative world or in the tech world as we are. So what do we do? True Layer is a European payments network. We focus on building a faster, smarter, and safer payment method online that you can probably find in many checkouts of apps and websites, like, for example, Revolut, on lastminute.com, Uber, Coinbase, Leo Vegas, William Hill. To be fair, not really in Italy right now, we're coming, but mainly in the UK and other European countries, France, Germany, Spain. So how TrueLayer is different from other payment methods that you may probably already know is we power something that is called account-to-account payments, or A2A, which basically in 2 words means that we directly connect your account, your bank account, with the merchant, the business, the app, the website you're paying. That for us user means more convenience, because you don't need to input any card details, or you don't need to have an account on any third-party app like Satispay or PayPal. You basically directly pay with something that you already have installed on your phone and you already trust, which is your bank app. For businesses, instead, it means a better and seamless customer experience, which also led to a higher conversion rate and less drop-off. That is TrueLayer in a nutshell. Again, thanks for being here. I'm here with some of my designers colleagues back there. Elisa, Pasquale, Alessandro, Barbara. And really hope you enjoy the talk today. And thanks, Lucia, for being here as well.
Thank you very much, Laura. I also want to shout out to our sister community, which is Service Design Drinks. And maybe you're interested to talk to each other, but they are behind the streaming right now. So, ciao, Giulia. So, as you may have heard, like 1 minute before starting, we have created a Spotify channel for Creative Mornings Milano. This is our wake up playlist. It should be, we are like testing it right now, a collaborative playlist. So if you want to add your wake up song, you're super welcome to do like that, or to follow us, or both. And so for this new season of Creative Mornings, we are introducing the 1 minute pitches, which is a possibility for everyone from the community to pitch their idea, to find collaborators, to find a new project, to present their project, to advertise their events or their project again. So I know there is someone from the community that is already ready to do it. Not yet, yeah, but you can come here for a minute or just stay there and talk about that as you wish.
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Ellen Creativity. I'm very happy to be here again with you because thanks to Creative Mornings, I was able to organize a collage workshop. I don't remember, maybe in June. Yeah, in another very nice space as well. And actually tonight, with that connection, I'm organizing another collage workshop in Spaces in Piazza Vetra 17 tonight.
Sorry.
Yeah, right. Sorry, tube stop. So if you want more information at the end of this event, I can give you the link, and if you want, you can participate tonight 6:15 to 8:15. But also would like to say I organize a theater and collage workshop mainly for adults, and I'm always free and open to collaborate with other artists to see if we can combine arts together. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So finally, what we are here for, I leave the stage to Lucia Dal Negro for a speech. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thanks for having me here. And good morning. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, again, I'm also very grateful for the invitation and for seeing so many faces in this room this morning. Thank you again. Yeah, I'm so happy to hear that. I want to say that I won't be offended in case of any yawn in your face. I know it's quite early, so no problem. Just feel relaxed and hopefully enjoy my presentation, which is based on the concept of reflection. So when I had to, design the speech for today, I tried to go back to the basics and simply open the dictionary and see the different definitions of reflection, which are quite many and quite diversified. So there are different understandings of this concept of reflecting, reflection, starting from a more physical interpretation, which is, very linear, the process of having the light returned back from a specific surface, the so-called mirror effect, something that we all know and we all clearly experience. Then there is another interpretation which is more, it's called thoughtful reflection, which has to do with critical thinking, serious thinking about a process, emotions, an event, something that you really need to process mentally in order to fully understand. And then lastly, the representation or indication of something, like if I reflect, or the reflection would be a proxy for something else. So these are, the main understandings behind the word, the concept of reflecting, and reflection. However, thinking about that in a less, scholar way, one of the images that came to my mind thinking about that were referring to the masterpiece of Dorian Gray, the portrait of Oscar Wilde, the portrait of Dorian Gray, in which the image of the protagonist is reflected onto a painting, which at the end is more real than the real protagonist. So the boundary between reality and non-reality were completely blurred, and this sounded quite interesting and intriguing to me. Then moving towards a more, in a way, scientific understanding of what a reflex could be, as also Maria Chiara mentioned. Came to my mind the text, the book written by Pavlov, a physiologist, about the so-called conditioned reflex, which has been tested on dogs, and I can assure you that it really works. That's my dog, and it reacts exactly like Pavlov was discovering back then. And then still going on in possible other personal understandings of what a reflection is, more neurological wise. There is also this so-called extensium digitorum reflex, which is a very common automatic, basically a conditioned reflex which everyone experiences while moving around. So nice, these are some understandings, some meanings of what a reflection is, but nothing to do with my personal understanding of what a reflection is, which actually looks more like that thing there, which I think you recognized already, which is a pinball. It's a game that, it was very, very common and very fancy in the 90s. You inserted a coin and then you played with this thing, including one or more balls bouncing all over that table with some flashy lights and some noises. So it was quite entertaining, especially when you were a kid, obviously. And so, yeah, that's what I associate to the concept of reflection, very frankly. And so why? To probably understand what's behind that image, again, I had to reflect and look inside my previous experiences and my last years of what? Last years of studying and discovering the world. I studied quite a lot international development as a field, ranging from human rights and digging deeper into genocide dynamics in the Balkans, and then I moved to completely other topics which were more related to environmental issues, sustainable development, and the livelihood of low-income communities, where I still am in terms of researching and working, and so I had the possibility to bounce among so many experiences and so many people along my life so far, that I was able to recognize who I really was, just looking into something else, just seeing my reflect bouncing back from all the people I met and all the experiences that I made, which were absolutely not linear. So this I want to openly admit that my process was really not the one that is suggested on books. When I started, I obviously was just a freshly graduated person with good grades that wanted to work for international organizations. And so I said, yeah, let's go there. Let's try to approach these wonderful places, wonderful people in my mind, at least. But was not so easy. I'm not super old, but I'm gonna say the truth. At that time, there were no social media, so you couldn't really know any job offer posted online, or job offers or call to actions or call for research. There was nothing, so it was very hard to understand, which was the right entry within those big organizations. So I ended up in doing many internships in prominent institutions, but with no real logics behind. So after a while I said, okay, it's not gonna lead me anywhere, this process, so let's go where real people are, where the real world is. And so I decided to move towards the profit sector, where I worked within few companies actually, where I met interesting people, and it was fine, but up to a certain point, I was not so into all the dynamics that are typical of certain companies in terms of competitiveness and all these things, which were really putting too much pressure to me. So I was, at the end of the day, I was just not happy. So I said, maybe not my place again. And so I had a look also into the humanitarian sector, NGOs and super important organizations that are advocating for better living conditions for vulnerable people. This was super, super exciting, but still there was something missing at the end. And so what? And so I said, okay, Lucia, what do you want to do really? I mean, where do you want to go? Because you are just bouncing into so many organizations. Everyone is enriching. Fine, I understand that, but what for? And so I decided, okay, why not to shake all these things and see what comes out? And what came out was my own company, which is named D-Lab. It's a company doing international development projects and corporate social responsibilities for the private sector as a kind of additive sum of all my previous experiences. And so just to exemplify a little bit what it means to work in D-Lab, I want to show you one of our most recent projects, which is named Kokono. Kokono means the empty pumpkin in a dialect of a tribe of Uganda. It's located in Uganda, where we are producing locally baby crib. This crib here to protect babies from malaria from 0 to 12 months. And we are distributing and selling the cribs thanks to the engagement of different actors, right? Different partners. We cannot do anything by ourselves. So we are in touch. I am also in touch with institutions like the Ministry of Health of Uganda. Then we are working with local business partners that are actually manufacturing the cribs in Uganda. We are collaborating with donors, thanks to which we had the possibility to kick off the production. And then we are also distributing the cribs in different areas, vulnerable areas, suburbs, refugee camps of Uganda, thanks to the work of our humanitarian partners, among which there are international NGOs like Adara, or Italian ones like QAM or AMREF, then Plan International. And there is also a bit of international organization, because there is UNFPA also using our cribs. So this to say that only in this case, finally, I had the opportunity to see myself reflected in the eyes of all these partners, in the eyes of all the beneficiaries, and appreciate the image that was coming back from those people. And when I saw myself in the eyes of a 14-year-old mother of twins saying to me, please stay here in Uganda because your cribs are really helpful. They are really protecting the babies. I said, okay, this is finally the place to be. So what to distill in a way from this experience? Well, first of all, that thanks to the possibility to see myself reflected in many people, the activities and the behaviors and the feedbacks of all the people I was interacting with, I had the possibility to learn how to cope with failures and expectation never met. Then I also had the possibility to learn how to turn the page, how to recover from things that were not exactly going as I was expecting. And also I learned how to deal with diversities, because the world is so rich because it's diverse, right? So this is one of the most important lessons that I've learned in learning the meaning of mirroring myself into others. And the most interesting thing that at the end I associate to the concept of reflection is the fact that reflection is both a physical and a metaphorical phenomenon. You can actually consider it a mirror of the reality outside, but also a possibility to carry out introspection inside. As for the picture that you see, it's a painting from Escher that is always, I think, very nice to observe carefully. So again, lessons learned in a way, take homes, reflect to learn again, because the process of reflection and the process of learning, they are super intertwined. It relates to the learning process, because when we reflect on our experiences, we grow, right? And we mature and we understand exactly where we want to go. Then reflect to know better the others. Again, the concept of external influence on people's personality is very important, and it helps you to grasp through the interactions with colleagues, mentors, friends, if what you're doing is exactly what you think to do, or it's perceived in a different way. And this is very, I think, important to the point that management studies are building a lot on the concept of mirroring through the tools of feedbacks, for instance. So feedbacks are actually a kind of a tool that helps you to be mirrored into the feedback itself that you get from your colleagues or from your friends or from your relatives, from whomever. Lastly, reflection, or the process to reflect, it's important to create. We are within a community of creative this morning, so I guess that you are pretty much aware of what I mean. Creativity has to do with introspection, and the power of reflection in the creative process is crucial to refine ideas, find new stimuli, find new inputs in order to go on and to evolve and to process your thoughts in order to generate, to create something new. So in a way, each creation is in part a reflection of the author's experiences, influences, and inspirations. So again, the title of the speech for today was related to the process of long life learning, right? And that's exactly what I believe, that reflection is a tool for continuous growth. Interestingly, reflection is not linear. Thanks God. I don't like linearity at all, as you've seen. It's not a one-time event. It's not a one-shot thing that you just, input your thought, you get an output, and that's it. It's a long process of loops and circularity that accompanies the journey of every creative. Now I know that I'm gonna sound quite boomer, so I apologize for that. But I think it's important to keep time to reflect, okay? And nowadays, what I observe is that people are struggling in finding time for themselves to think, to reflect. There is this phenomenon called FOMO, right? That is really flattering at the end of the day, our possibility to, again, to get inspired from what you see of yourself into others. So if I could say something this morning relevant would be, to take time to make time to integrate the concept of reflection into your daily practice as, again, a tool for continuous learning. And I'm doing CSR, so I'm often discussing with entrepreneurs, firms, and what shocked me is that still now I'm listening to people saying, what you are doing, what I'm doing is very important. ESG, right? Environmental, social, and governance things are very important. Sustainability is crucial. We had the possibility to prioritize that topic into the business when there was COVID, lockdown, and we were at home doing nothing. And I said, this is crazy. I mean, should we wish a new pandemic to have time to prioritize things in our life? Do we need to stay locked at home? Entrepreneurs especially, which have a lot of responsibilities, to really set priorities and organize them according to their relevance and their impacts? I don't think so. I think we really, really need to do this on a long-term basis, and definitely not anymore during a pandemic, please. So at the end, every reflection we observe, whether of ourselves or of the world around us, is just an opportunity to grow. That's why everyone, from the richest entrepreneur to the single person in the street, should really keep time and appreciate the process of reflecting and being reflected in different from different circumstances. Because while doing that, at the end of the day, you will be mesmerized by the beauty of everything you will touch, you will see, you will taste, you will feel. But I definitely don't want to substitute my words to those of this super band, Pink Floyd, who said that way better than me. What I just want to wish you is never become the moon and never, never, ever eclipse your dreams. Thank you.
Grazie, thank you very much for this speech and for adding a new song to our playlist.
Great, I'll be proud of that.
Okay, so thank you to everyone, to our host over there and here, and to you for being here and starting these new seasons with us. Next time we will be having a new kind of workshop. So I'm not saying more than this for now, but stay tuned, because at the end of October, we will have our October event with a very interactive mood for that time. So thank you, everyone. Have a very good day. Are you staying here for a bit longer? Yes, so you can chat with our speaker. Sorry, I will have to go very soon. Anyway, our team member, Veronica, is here, there. And again, thank you. Have a great day. Take your time. Take a bit more of the breakfast. Talk to each other. Create relationship. Create creative mornings. Thank you very much.